Wow. Sorry for the audio issues there. I didn't realize that the preview for this stream was, wow. The sound was on. So it was, the whole thing was looping. So sorry about that. That's my bad. Let's get started a little bit early here.
Iskrim's plan worked. By joining your mind to the collective subconscious of the Shapers, you were able to locate the origin of the Song of the White. The marshlands, also known as the Eye, where your father had a secret laboratory. It seems that Rondar Lekane was right. One way or another, your family is connected to the Bloodburn. Time to unravel the mystery.
You know, when he said laboratory, the way that he said it laboratory, my brain went, Didi, get out of my laboratory. From Dexter's Lab. Probably, well, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago. It was a TV show. It was a good TV show. Actually, I should say it was a cartoon. I don't know if it's still on TV today or not. But it was definitely good, and it was interesting. Especially for back then, me being a, I guess closet nerd would be the best way to describe it. All right, so that's right. We were exploring the swamp and trying to find stuff. All right, let's see here. Where can we go? Where can we get to? I can just cross this, right? Yes. Maybe not cross, but
interesting.
At least get the 10 focus potions. Wow. Okay, so we can't get out there.
All right, here goes nothing.
Actually, before we go there, can we go here? I'm not... Okay, so we can't cross there. We have no way across over here. Okay, I think... Oh, hello. A godstone. How did I not find that before? Let's follow the shore, at least as far as we can. Alright, so now we're going to run back here.
As you require.
So then let's go back here. Let's get this chain of events underway.
This is it. Huh. Strange that Sentenza hasn't reacted by now. He must have heard the fighting.
Maybe the storm drowned the noise? It's possible.
But not likely.
True. Not likely. Wow. This is great. Let's get a war cry in here. And a fireball. Why not?
Pathetic. You read my mind.
So, what's the plan?
Yes. What do we need?
Sure.
Now
that
would you
works.
look at that.
Kill Sentenza's troops at the fortress. Well, that was much easier than I thought it was going to be. To kill Sentenza's troops. Curved swords. What does that do? Human scouts deal double attack damage once every 15 seconds. Titan... Ooh. That requires Constitution of 10. Alright. Let's see here. Do we want to give that to anybody? Like Uram. So we've already got... Regenerates 5 per second. 10 per second. So, if we added in this armor, all that would give us better resistances as well. But I wouldn't be immune to debuffs, and I wouldn't cleanse. What did I pump his stats to? 9 Constitution, 9 strength. I think we're going to go up to 10 strength here soon.
Get ready.
All right. We're going to use control move just in case there's
Whatever's
anybody else
necessary.
hanging around. Okay, there's nothing else back there that I can see. What do we get here? A purging crossbow. Purge the target on hit. Alright, that actually sounds like that should be something for Yara. She can't use it because of the strength requirement. Okay. It actually does less damage. Oh, nope. Scaling attribute is strength. How many reset potions do we have? We have 4. You know what? Let's try it. I want to try it. So let's give you one of these. Alright, so we need 5 intelligence and 5 will. Oops. That takes care of that. For the crossbow, we need 2 dex and 5 strength. And the scaling attribute here is strength. Whereas the scaling attribute here is dex. Alright, let's go to 3 constitution and 8 strength. Give her at least a little bit of health. So right now she would do 6 to 9. Now she does 80 to 83. Meaning she's much stronger. Ooh, a flaming mace. Okay, I think I like that. So she had this, 2 of these, 2 in here, I believe. Didn't have resurrect, had healed and cleanse. And then we had arrow of light, dual entangling shots, and dual purging shots. Okay. Let's get focus regeneration up as much as we can. And then stick the rest into arcane archery. Now, her spellbook should be Restore, Entangling Shot, and Purging Shot. That's all I ever had her using. Cool. So she should do a whole lot more damage now. Let's see here. You're using an Infectious Suffering. Hit 2 additional targets for 22 to 27. 7.78 DPS. This is slightly better. And would deal fire damage. So we'd have fire and ice. Whereas currently we have thrust, pierce. Okay, so we'd have blunt, fire, and ice. Where currently we have thrust, pierce. Let's see. So we're at what? 86 to 95. We drop this. It's 88 to 92. But we only hit 1 target. I'm gonna keep the 2 targets. Whoa. Too bad that's completely dexterity. We only need a constitution of 8 on him total. Huh. Alright. Well, I think we're good there for now anyway.
Let us make this quick.
Yeah, let us try to make this quick, actually. So this is the one I need to light.
Blocked.
Even if it wasn't, shouldn't we get Lacane and his troops in first?
No. It does seem to be lagging a little bit. I'm
That's
not
the Godstone
dropping.
Bertrand
I don't
was
seem to
talking
be
about.
overloaded.
Let's light it. Let's see.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Connect the Godstone at the castle with the Godstone at Bertrand's position.
Harbinger.
Carpal.
Good work, Tahar. The All-Father clearly smiles on us.
The All-Father has nothing to do with this.
Of course. So, this is where you believe the bloodburn comes from. Interesting. When Aenir told me the pariah's blood was involved, I didn't take it so literally. Time to end it.
First of all, we need to get through the gate. Why hasn't General Noria reacted yet? Even if he didn't notice the fighting, he must have seen this teleport.
Because he wants to be the one who ends it.
How do you know?
Because I know men of his kind. He's proud and consumed by his hatred. And he wants to be the one to take you down and me right along with you.
But the Purity is under the Lord Marshal's protection. He can't just kill you.
Well, both Lord Marshal Arendir and the General know by now that I helped you. And even though the evidence wasn't enough to officially sentence me, it will be the moment I show up with you at my side. I knew it would come to this, Tahar. The only reason the Lord Marshal was willing to cooperate with the Purity for so long was because we had the people behind us. We were always a thorn in their sides. And this, me helping a deserter of the crown, is just what they need to take me down.
Then you're taking quite a risk being here.
I'm not. I've told you before. All that is happening according to Aenir's plan. Just have a little faith, Tahar.
Huh. And what now? How do we get past the gate?
Let me take care of it.
Okay.
General Naria. General Naria! Are you ready?
Aren't we walking into a trap?
A battle, but not a trap. Just trust me.
Okay, I don't want to do this just yet.
You have my attention.
Oh, good. He'll follow me. Because we did get a... Ooh, hello. What if my stuff scales based on what? So that doesn't scale. Okay, so what does intelligence do? Increases focus regen, determines damage with intelligence. Willpower, intelligence, intelligence. Okay. So, let's get willpower to 10 then. And then I have 1 ability point. That's a good question. What do I want to put that into? How about increasing spell power? Which actually increased my damage slightly. Awesome. Okay. Now, Yara. Let's grab 1 more point in strength. And throw your 1 other point into archery. That sounds good. Get some crit chance in there. I didn't see if her damage went up, but I saw that her crit went up. Let's pop strength to 10. And then what do we want? Auto attack damage or... We already have what? Leech life and focus with every audio attack. So let's just do straight up auto attack damage. 96. Undergassed. Well, that's a good question. What do I want to give you? Let's give you... What abilities are you using? Paradox, Retaliation, and Mesmer's Lance. So, intelligence. Except I can't up your intelligence anymore. So, let's go with willpower, because that increases total amount of focus points. And... Burn focus. Leech. Do you classify as light? You do. Healing abilities cost 20% less. I wonder if that affects Paradox. Because it does heal. We could start going for it. Just to see. Alright, so now that we're leveled up, let's get in here.
Everything has an end.
Walking right into the lion's den. This has to be by far the most foolish thing I've ever done.
Just trust the Harbinger. He knows what he is doing.
They will fall.
Does he really?
Interesting.
A woman and a man chained together and left to starve.
I will do as I must.
An old punishment for adultery. Why is this lagging so much? Let's get in here and maybe turn this down just a little bit. Oh, well, that might be why. Let's drop this to high. Let's drop this down one touch, and this down one touch, and this down 2 touches. Actually, let's go straight to, yeah, that's fine. Map quality, texture quality drop a little bit. Okay, so that should be good. Oh, texture quality requires, half of this requires a game restart. All right, well, that's fine. Yeah, 24. That is not what I want to be recording at. I could see the stuttering when I moved the camera. At least now it's
Fair enough.
better.
Let's do this.
I can still see it.
Child's play.
Maybe I should just restart real quick. It doesn't take very long to boot back into this game. Let's just do that. I'm going to save real quick. I'm going to save this as Livestream 20. And I'm going to be right back. Because we get to quit. So give me just a sec to get it all back up. And I'll be back when that occurs. Well, I double-clicked on it to get it to start while I went and filled up my water. And, yeah, it didn't start.
Iskrim's plan worked. By joining your mind to the collective subconscious of the Shapers, you were able to locate the origin of the Song of the White. The marshlands, also known as the Eye, where your father had a secret laboratory. It seems that Rondar Lekane was right.
All right, how are we doing now for frames per second? Oh, much better. Much better. Whoop. Sure, that works. At least now I can't see it stuttering.
My mind.
Ooh, hello.
There he is.
I want this stuff first. Superior Houndskull of Physical Acuity. And a letter to Iskander.
Now would you look at that?
Man was given a quick death. I love how I just walked right past him. Alright. Let's see this on Uram compared to his current helm. Oh, his current has immunity to crits and interrupts. Never mind.
Let's see.
Strength of the Father. Chance to apply weakened and a slashing bow. You know, I really kind of wish there was some sort of crafting. Oh, it's the rain effects. There we go. Rain Ripple helped. Let's do no grass simulation. Terrain shadows is fine. It's the rain. That's interesting. I know that these will help. Or not. I was expecting them to help. I'm not going to change that, actually. That changes, like, everything else. Actually, that's quite a bit better. Sorry for just running off on you, Noria.
So this is how it ends.
It doesn't have to.
Doesn't it? What do you suggest, Corporal Tahar? That I let a traitor run free? Together with his lunatic cultist friend who is scheming against the crown? No. We both know that's not an option.
These people in Leonon were innocent. How often do you want me to tell you?
You didn't know! All you had was the word of some elven traitor, yet you risked the life of an entire city for it. Believe me, of all the atrocities I've seen in war, almost all of them are caused by people believing they are doing the right thing. Because that's all it was. You didn't want to save those villagers because you thought they were innocent. You did it because you wanted to be the savior. Vanity. That's what it was all about. And I get it. Part of this is on me. I thought I succeeded in making you a warrior, a servant of the crown, but I failed, and I didn't even see it. You're just like your father.
By the light, General, we both want the same thing. To end the bloodburn? Shouldn't we be helping each other instead?
You're as bad as them, Carpal. Enslaving yourself to this madman rather than facing death like a soldier. You're just a coward.
That's not...
Don't, Bertrand. It's pointless.
We know where the bloodburn comes from, Sentenza. It's this castle. If you kill me, we may never stop it.
Why? What can you do that we, the Royal Army, can't? But thank you for the information. I had been wondering what the fabled Rondar Lacane and the prodigal corporal wanted in this marsh. Now I know.
You couldn't stop the bloodburn even if you killed us. It's not how Aenir wills it.
Well, we'll see about that.
True.
There needs to be another way.
No, there isn't. Men, you know what to do.
Child.
Well, okay then. Let's go with a massive paradox. Let's go with a... Ooh, hello, that helped. Down here. Hello, Sentenza. Can we get a blizzard? Can we get a entangling shot? And a fireball, please? How about another paradox down here? This was what?
What's next?
Yeah, do a war cry. Get him nice and weak. Let's get another entangling shot and a blizzard on him. Alright, you take a fire spark. You take a mesmer's lance. Take a paradox. And a fire spark. And an entangling shot. And a purging shot. Oh, I've used it too early. That's alright.
No. This is wrong.
He's gone. I'm sorry it had to come to this, Tahar.
It was his choice.
That it was. It was his choice. Alright.
Commander.
Interesting.
Tahar, what is it? We should not keep the Harbinger waiting.
How do you feel about Sentenza's death?
Honest answer, I don't know what to feel. I mean, did you listen to him? Anselm framed us. He provoked this. But still, it was as if Sentenza didn't even try to listen. I don't understand. He wasn't like that before the war. So I guess the Harbinger is right. He was simply too consumed by his own hatred. Well, let's not talk about it now. Tahar, Aeonir needs you.
Sure. Stay safe, Bertrand.
You too.
All right, let's come down here and get this loot that I just noticed and didn't notice earlier. See if this would have helped us in any way, shape, or form. Nope, just gold. It's just gold.
It was. Now let us end this. Whatever causes the blood burn is right below our feet. And maybe even some more answers to the questions you've been asking yourself all along the way.
What kind of answers?
Well, maybe there was more to your father than you thought.
Tell me, given that we find and cure the bloodburn down there, what then?
Then we are one step closer to the return.
I'm ready.
Good. You lead the way. Bertrand, you secure the fortress. I doubt there will be Northander reinforcements soon, but we need to be sure.
Of course. Good luck to you, my friend. My prayers are with you.
Yeah, can I beat people with prayers? Can I survive off of prayers? I'm glad we found these guys. That 5,000 gold was definitely worth it.
As you descend the dank stairway of Castle Waite, a memory flickers across your mind. Your father, standing over your cradle, eyeing you with a mixture of affection, indecision, and disgust. Almost like an archaeologist looking at a strange discovery. The memory disappears as soon as you and your companions reach the bottom of the stairs. Your father's sanctuary, as if touched by skeletal hands. A cold manifests on your shoulders, slithering, creeping, crawling slowly towards your chest.
So this is it. Intriguing.
This place is definitely where the strange magical signature of the marshland comes from.
But what causes it?
We will find out soon enough.
What do we need?
Okay, we need to look in every corner, every nook, every cranny. Well, maybe not every cranny, but at least as many as I can see. I wish there was a quick, like, flip the camera 180 degrees button. But I don't think there is. At least, if there is, it never told me that there was. Oh, look, a godstone. Oh, look. Really?
As you want.
All right, here goes nothing.
No, 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 no. Come over here.
Get ready.
What is it?
Let's get a lance and a purging shot. That should take care of the two up here.
Let's see.
Yep, rusty Morningstar.
Got it.
Finally.
Okay, anything else in this room? I don't think so. Let's activate the gate just in case we die. We've only died a grand total of once, I think.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
Walking corpses. Take them down.
I think they're working on giving up. There we go. Excellent. What do we get this time? We get a Spark of the Essence. So I don't know what to do with loot.
Now, would you look at
I
that?
think I can just sell most of the stuff that's classified as loot.
I will do as I must.
But it's one of those things where I'm not sure.
Let's see what we can do. Everything has an end.
More of them. This place is a bloody graveyard.
As you require.
This would be a great place to swap out Entangling Shot for the Arrow of Light, because it deals light damage. But I'm not going to. Spectral Abominations, huh? We're no longer there.
Breath. What was that?
It looks human.
I highly doubt that. Whatever they are made of, it's not real flesh, and they don't have any aura, not even a leftover. They have either been dead for a very long time or never were alive to begin with.
What are you implying?
That they've been created somehow. Didn't you tell us about this nightmare you've had since you were a child, Tahar? The one in which you saw these bizarre constructs.
Of course. These are the things from my dream.
That's interesting, to say the least.
Right?
All right, here goes nothing.
This is very interesting.
Interesting.
Spectral Abomination, you sense no magical aura.
Let us make this quick.
Okay.
Let's see.
Let's grab what's in here. We've got a Blight of the Wilds. Damage versus elves. Reinforced dwarven shoulder pads. Hey, I do believe
Blazes.
that's what we
Do
need.
you see that?
It walks by the light.
It reacts. This is fascinating.
Do you understand me? What happened here? What are you? Huh. It seems to understand us. At least a little. What are you? Did Isamo create you? Do you know anything about the Bloodburn? I think we're wasting our time here. Let's push on.
We should kill it.
What?
This entire place. It's a blasphemy. Only the All-Father should have the power to shape life like that. And we should free this thing from its suffering.
I disagree. Creating life from dead flesh, life that persists and is able of primitive sentience, it's a remarkable feat. If anything, we should return to study it once all this is over.
Just what I'd have expected of a defiler.
We will not kill this thing. It's harmless.
All right. Then do as you wish.
Yeah, I think that's going to come back to bite
Whatever's
me.
necessary.
I don't think that decision
They
is
will
going to
fall.
go over very well. What else do we have in this
You read
place?
my mind.
Besides creepy music.
Blasphemy. No human should have the power to shape life like this.
Interesting.
Get ready.
Well, hello.
Abominate. Stay away from their claws.
Well, that works. Not exactly how I planned on taking that out. Enchanted medium plate, pot helmet of revitalization, and some gold.
Here we go.
As you require.
Get your word.
Get a lance back there. Eh.
Pathetic.
Interesting.
Let's get this lit up. I'm actually going to join the two.
Yes?
Because we did have a little bit of other exploring to do up this way that I didn't go do.
Easy.
Oh, it just leads
Leave
in
it
here.
to me.
Well, we went down from here instead of over, so let's go
Fair
over
enough.
now.
Let's do this.
Well, that works. That worked quite well,
Now
actually.
would you look at that?
A longbow. Another longbow. And another longbow. Surprise! Alright, we've got the Crushing Crossbow, the Conqueror Helm of Regeneration, and some potions. Okay, well that's all that's that way. Let's
Let's see
get
what we
back
can
here.
do. I will do as I must.
See what else is going on over there. Very slowly, I might add. Alright. Now that I don't need to follow them anymore.
Everything
this
has an
way.
end.
Whatever's necessary. You read my mind. They will fall. Walking corpses. Take them down.
Oh, that did not hit back here, did it? Let's get another entangling shot and a fireball. I'm gonna save the purging shots. Until I see it try to cast something.
You'll regret this.
Ooh, it keeps bringing them back to life, and we just keep knocking them right back down. It's kind of funny. Spectral Abomination that time, huh?
Your struggle is pointless.
Well, that was fun. Blood Churner, a Crushing Hammer, gold, and a reinforced adamantium slab. Let me guess, that's all for Isgrim's armor? Yep, the only thing we need now is the discarded dwarven plate. Which might actually be in
As
here.
you require. I will do as I must.
This place is a bloody graveyard.
Give the word.
Oh, come on. There we go.
Fine.
Interesting.
Longbow. Let me guess, another longbow? Yep. Well, at least we're getting some loot that we can go sell at places. What is this? An Orcish Earth Totem. It emits
Child
heat.
play.
I wonder
All
if
right,
we
here goes
had
nothing.
Gorn with us, if he would have said something there. This place is
Let's see
massive,
what
by
we
the
can
way.
do.
Leave it to me.
Absolutely massive.
Kill it.
Drop a war cry. Drop another fire spark.
Get ready.
Well, that worked out quite well. Much better than I was expecting. A mirror of glisten and a signet of the Creator's Guild. Okay, can we walk through this door? Is there a door here? There is not.
Fair enough.
It is
Let's
just
do
a
this.
wall. Well, hello. This, I'm guessing, is where we need to go. Alright, so let's go back
Here
here.
we go.
Because this leads somewhere from the look of it. So let's go back and do some more exploring.
Walking corpses. Take them down. They will fall.
So the second level of this stops all enemies? It just says decreased.
All right, here goes nothing.
I wonder if because they're undead, if the move speed
Let
decrease
us make this
is
quick.
higher. Okay, nothing along the wall.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
That's an odd shimmer. A winter's polearm and a mirror of frost.
Get ready.
As you require.
That worked
Everything has an end.
much better than I was anticipating,
I will do as I must.
considering. There's another
Let's see.
thing here. The statue of Oxria, Chiara, the Empyrean god of flesh, though whose existence is denied by the guardian priests. You feel as if many eyes follow your movement.
Let's see what we can do.
What
Here we
is
go.
this shimmer? No idea.
You read
Cool
my
effect,
mind.
but no idea what it does.
Pathetic.
There's another. Oh, that's the gate.
Child
dead.
play.
No, you don't. Whatever you were gonna do, don't do it.
Next. Now would you look at that?
All right, more longbows. That's just the hallway. So what's up here then? The body still looks fresh. It must have been brought here shortly before the end of the wars, or it has somehow been
Really?
preserved. Here's more stuff. Sword for the elves, an enchanted splint armor of magic, and the shapers. Are we seriously not gonna find any adamantine plate? As well as with a map this big, why would you only use half of it? Yeah, we gotta get... Oh, it's a barrier that we have to pass through. Okay. That makes more sense. It's not so much a door to another area, it's a barrier to a continuation of this area. And now that we're here...
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Helena's ghost.
Bye. That's impossible.
Do you know this thing?
It looks like someone I knew. Back from when I was still fighting for my father.
So she was a rebel.
She defied my father, same as I. That's why he killed her.
Whatever she was before, she is a revenant now. In other words, she's dangerous.
Of course. A ghost seeking closure.
I've seen my share of undead, but this is new. What exactly is that? A revenant?
A wraith, or a Yalkadara, as the orcs call it. When a person dies with an unfulfilled desire, a scourge, that person may return to the world as a revenant, with the purpose of finding closure. It's a fascinating magical phenomenon.
Huh. She doesn't seem to be aware of us.
It. And no, it isn't. Revenants are guided by raw emotion and magical auras, rather than sight, touch, or hearing.
If a revenant is a ghost seeking closure, she's here for Asamo, for revenge.
Probably. I think we...
Isamo,
By the light.
you took me, Tahar. You took me. You took Zane. You took your own child. But it's over now. I found you.
I believe it thinks you are a Samo. This isn't good.
Helena, I...
Well, this will be fun. Interrupt, please. That's not going to interrupt in time.
No.
Whoa.
No!
Sorry. We don't really have a choice. Shield bash her.
Yes?
Leave it to me.
That's interesting. As much damage over time in there as we can. There we go. And she's down. Well, that kind of sucks. I wish we didn't have to do
Whatever's
that, Helena.
necessary.
I'm sorry.
It's over. She's dead.
She has been for a long time, Tahar. I don't know what she meant to you, but this creature wasn't your friend.
Will she come back? As another revenant?
Revenants only return once. If not, this world would be haunted by thousands of them. She's with the light now.
I don't understand why she thought I was him.
It doesn't mean anything. A revenant's mind, if you can call it that, doesn't work like ours. It only reacts to raw emotions and auras. She must have seen the semblance between yours and your father's.
Let's just move on.
All right, here goes nothing.
Ooh, a library.
Books, books, books. Did my father read all these?
Unlikely.
Battle of Stony Bay. Green Hood of Focus. Alright, let's activate this. And I'm going to start reading through these. We've got Elementalism, Phasmalism, Dreamweavery. The books cover all fields of magic. There's 2 more to check. You make out the silhouette of countless books behind the cabinet's glass. And this one...
Interesting.
Oh, it's not? What is it?
Let's see.
Seriously? Come on. Alright.
Let us make this quick.
Let's move on. Ooh, what is that?
Easy.
Another specter. Careful.
Fine.
Well, that's not going to work. Can I get you to Warcry this guy?
So, what's the plan?
Thank you.
Pathetic.
Alright, let's get your shield bash here then. Or, you know, it didn't do anything. One of the two. Alright. So that's that Spectral Abomination down. We took much more damage than I thought we were going to.
Will do.
Granted, I was more paying attention to
Easy.
the Abomination's health than our health. Oh, come on.
As you require.
Child's play.
Now would you look at that?
Finally. Leave it to me.
Do you hear that?
The Song of White.
Yes, but it's clearer. It seems to be coming from down that hallway.
Then we know where we have to go.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
Oh, hello.
Interesting. song. It has stopped.
Indeed. Incredible. All this energy. I've never felt anything like it.
Neither have I. Whatever is behind that door, it's the key to this dungeon's secret.
Any thoughts? We have no idea what to expect, so we should stay closely together.
No.
I'm sorry?
Whatever is in there, you, the pariah, needs to face it alone. It's what I saw in the vision, and thus, it's Aenir's will.
Are you stupid? This is exactly what we shouldn't do.
It doesn't matter. It's the Allfather's will, and we will obey.
This is too dangerous. We go in together, or we don't go at all.
No. You will do as the Allfather wills, and proceed alone.
Else?
Else, you will suffer the consequences. If you remember, there are dozens of my men and women out in the fortress, with the command to kill you all on sight, should you emerge from this place without me accompanying you.
But this is crazy. We have no idea what he'll face in there.
You will handle it. Now do as I say. Believe me, it's for the better.
I don't really have a choice, do I?
You don't.
All right. Then let's get this over with. Just stay put. I'll be back. Yes?
Well, this could be interesting. I hope I don't have to fight anything.
No turning back now.
Nope. Whoa. Big, huge, massive chamber.
Tiara's breath.
Shaper?
My child. Finally.
What is this? Who are you?
Your mother. I'm your mother.
Wait. You? Say that again?
I'm your mother. You are the blood of my blood. My child. My son. And you finally come. You've come to save me.
I don't understand.
I'm your mother. The quiet man, Isamo. He molded you from my blood. And after all this time, you finally heard me. Please, child, sit down. I believe we have a lot to talk about.
That's an understatement.
You are silent.
Yes. I'm sorry. All this, it's a lot to take in.
I feel the same way. All those years I've spent in this slumber, only to wake up and be experimented upon by your father. To be given a child in some grotesque, unholy ritual. I still wonder if this is really happening. Or maybe just a strange dream.
I'm afraid it isn't. Why is it that you call Isamo the Quiet Man?
Well, I did not know his true name until years after my awakening. And before that, he hardly spoke. So this is what my mind always called him.
So, you've been in this stasis until I came here, and I somehow set you free?
I was awake, but at the same time I wasn't. Whatever the Quiet Man did after he woke me, it left me in this haze. I didn't see, I couldn't move, but I could hear, and I could feel.
That must have been horrible.
It was, And there were times where I just wished that he would finally end it.
Why can I understand you? We don't speak the same tongue, do we?
We don't know. But you joined your spirit to the Nexus, didn't you? Our minds are connected. Thus, I can hear you, and you can hear me.
You said that my father created me. What is that supposed to mean?
I am not sure if I can even give you an answer to that. But I will try to explain. See, my child, the quiet man, Isamu, I do not think he ever considered me a living being. What he saw me as was a tool to the essence.
The essence?
The source of all magic. Your father's race, they are only able to access a glimpse, a twinkle from an endless sea. We, the SpellForce, were different. We have always been closer to the essence. We had understood how to harness it, and that had made us powerful.
So, the essence is the place all magic comes from?
Yes, but there were and probably are many names for it. The essence is only what my people called it.
Did you ever try to resist? To break free?
Of course, but it was pointless. I could not speak and I could not move, and even my magic could not aid me.
So, you're saying that my father wanted to use you to gain access to this essence?
Yes, he was obsessed with the idea of gaining power, and to him, I was the key. But what he was trying to do, transferring my aura, my powers onto himself, was impossible. And he realized that quickly.
Why was it impossible?
Because an aura is as unique as a person's eyes or their fingertip skin. It cannot simply be put on and off like a helmet or a glove. And it dies with its owner.
Which is why he tried to find another way to gain access to your powers.
Yes, he tried transferring my energy to a talisman, to these flesh creatures he created, and countless other ways, but it was all in vain. These experiments went on for years, and even though I couldn't see and couldn't speak, I felt it all. Then he created you. His train of thought was simple. If my aura could not be transferred, it could be passed onto my offspring.
But how is that even possible? A shaper and a human?
It is possible. The way we conceive, how we bring forth new life, it is different from what you are used to.
How?
It's complicated, and I do not want to talk about it with my own child. What matters is it worked. Down here, on this altar, I gave life to you, to my first and only child.
I'm sorry. This is a lot to take in.
I understand. Believe me, I do. All those years, I had wondered how it would feel to finally meet you. About what you would look like, and all the things I tell you. But now that you're here, it feels surreal. As if all this is just an illusion. A mirage.
So this is where the nightmare comes from, isn't it?
What nightmare?
Ever since I was a child, I had these dreams. I think I saw this place, the creatures my father created, the images. They were so vivid, so real. But whenever I told Isamu about them, he just shrugged it off. I always felt they were connected to something that had happened a long time ago. Now I know.
Yes, that is possible. Quite often, our dreams remind us of the things we have long forgotten.
So I am half Shaper. How come it doesn't show?
Once again, this has to do with the way we conceive, but I do not want to talk about it. I hope you understand.
What happened then? What did Isamo do?
He took you away. For what purpose, I do not know. But it is evident that it did not work. Even through you, he could not obtain access to the essence. As for what happened afterward, that is a question you are more fit to answer than I am. And once you freed me, I want you to tell me all.
I still can't believe you're a Shaper.
Shaper. That's how the Quiet Man called me too. We called ourselves the SWTOR.
I know, but how is it possible that you're still alive? I thought you were extinct.
Yes, so it seems. I was unaware of this until the Quiet Man told me.
But how did your people die? And how did you survive?
I do not know how my people died. Believe me, child, I have spent a long time wondering. As for your second question, it is a long story. I was one of the Yulas caste, the scientists, the scholars, the priests, and like many other Zalontep at that time, I was taken by the Scourge.
The Scourge?
A disease. It had been ravaging through our empire for over a decade at that time. It ate us up from the inside.
Most scholars who studied your people firmly believed that the Shapers had cured the world of all diseases.
Then they are wrong. We had found cures for many of them, yes. But even these were often only for the Yulas and the Zavas, the ruling castes. And there was no cure for the Scourge.
But you survived. How?
Through a ritual, an experiment. The idea was to freeze my body until a cure would be found. Looking back, I wonder why I was so eager to keep living. I was just a power-hungry woman who had no one to mourn her death. By the face of time, it's strange to tell you this. Millennia have passed, but some of the memories are still so lively, so real.
How old were you when the Scourge infected you?
90 years. Half my lifespan was already gone.
180 years, wow.
What exactly happened when I touched your hand earlier? How did I wake you?
You don't know.
How should I?
Yes, how should you? I am sorry, child. For some reason, I continue to expect you to know all those things I would have taught you. If things had been different. You see, a Shaper does not always have that connection to the essence the Quiet Man was looking for. When they come of age, there is an event called the melding. The child, guided by her creators, unlocks the potential slumbering within. Your father, he did not know this, which is why you could never give him what he wanted.
So this is what happened? You performed this ritual on me?
It's less of a ritual, but something that happens with age. It would have happened far earlier if we had not been separated. But yes, by taking my hand, we melded. And the energy that was set free also lifted my curse. Or at least parts of it. I am still unable to move.
But what does that mean? That I can now access the essence?
No, the melding only provides the child with a key. Finding the door is a lifelong quest. But yes, deep down inside you have unlocked something. A potential for the enormous power Isamo had been looking for.
But I still don't understand. What is the story behind that song? You said that you called out to me so that I could find and save you.
Yes, I have done nothing else since your father took you from me. But it was only a short time ago that I finally started to feel that I could sense your presence somewhere out there. Thus, I tried to focus my thoughts onto you and send them out into the world. Telepathy, as you call it. The song must have been the way the dark corners of my mind expressed my emotions.
The dark corners of your mind? What do you mean by that?
Well, every spirit has two sides. One that the mind can see, and the other one that remains hidden. If the visible one is a puddle, the invisible is an endless sea.
My father died a year ago. Could this be the reason that we only started hearing the song 6 moons ago?
He is dead?
Yes. He started a rebellion against our kingdom and fell in the final battle.
I see. I always knew it would come to that, you know. His hunger, this glare in his eyes. I knew it would consume him eventually.
How does that make you feel?
That is a good question. I do not know. I expected to feel relief, joy, triumph even. But instead, I feel nothing.
So his death broke whatever spell he had imposed on you. And because of that, your telepathy finally carried through the walls of this place.
That is the only explanation. Yes.
So it was telepathy. But how come only certain people heard you? Only mages?
Is it not obvious? Because having magic means standing close to the essence, and only those who stand close are receptive to my telepathy. I did not know the form my thoughts would take on, but it seems that for us, it was a song. One that finally led you here, to free your mother from her suffering. There is poetry in that, isn't there?
I think there's something you don't know.
What do you mean?
Your song. It was lethal to everybody who wasn't gifted with magic. Thousands of people died. Men, women, children. Whatever magic was in there, it burned them up from the inside.
But the name of the song, I didn't know.
I just don't understand. Why did the song kill people without magic? How is this possible?
I don't know. Maybe it was too much for their minds to bear. Forgive me, I don't know what to say.
But it's over now, isn't it? I found you.
Yes, it should be, but... Oh, please, you have to believe me. I didn't know. All I wanted was to have you back. To... Wait. There's someone here.
What are you...
No!
I'm sorry. It was necessary.
What did you do?
What do you think? I fulfilled Aener's prophecy. Searching for a cure, the pariah seeks the truth. A lost mother will be found and awoken from her slumber, and thus allows me to receive her essence.
You knew about this? You knew about my mother?
Yes, I did. I knew that the blood burn was caused by a Shaper mother looking for her lost child. But what I didn't know was where to find her. So I had to find the child instead. Which I did. The pariah. Though I certainly did not expect it to be a SWTOR's son.
But why? What for?
Isn't it obvious? Because I needed her essence. The key to the Archfire, as we call it. Through its power, I will be able to open the gates and to allow Aenir to return. I'm sorry, Tahar. Your mother, she will now serve the greater good. I hope you understand.
Understand? You bloody killed her!
She is not dead. Her body may be, but not her mind. Inside that amulet, she's still alive. It's what your father had always tried to accomplish, but never did.
Where are the others? What did you do to them?
Put to sleep. Don't worry, I didn't kill them.
If you...
I did not kill them. As defilers, they will be put to justice, but that has not been done yet.
I don't get it. You did all this only to get access to the essence? To the Archfire?
No. The Bloodburn had to be stopped. Unlike what you might believe, I do care about the people of Io, just as the All-Father cares about all of his children. So I stopped it, as Aeneir ordered me to. But he also told me something else. That purifying the world, freeing it from defilers, and making people see their sins is only the first step. The second one requires power. A lot of it.
Why?
It's called the opening of the gates. A rift, a portal, one through which Aeneir can step back into this world. And this is what he chose me for, his most loyal servant. He needed the Archfire's power, and he knew the Pariah and his mother were the key.
Give me that amulet now, or I'll take it from your dead body.
No, I will not. Your mother is what we should all be, a tool of the All-Father. Either way, there's no point in explaining. Your role in this ends here. Once again, I am truly sorry. But the All-Father's visions were clear. The Pariah needs to die after the mother has been found.
I'd love to see you try.
You will.
You read my move. They will fall.
Why do you resist? It's pointless.
Is it really pointless?
No,
It's over, Lycain.
No. Believe me, it isn't. Time to put your mother's magic to the test.
What is this?
Oh boy. Here we go. At least it takes us back to Mulandir. Storm doors fall shut behind you as you step through the overgrown arch. You are met by an almost eerie silence. You'd immediately fear a presence and a power long forgotten waiting for somebody or something to wake it from its slumber.
Ellen's reins. Hey, quick, over here! Yes, just like that. Stay with us, Corporal. Stay with us.
What's the matter? What happened?
Tahar's awake.
Lord Marshal Arendir. What in blazes are you doing here?
It's a long story, but I'm here as an ally.
Yes, and there will be plenty of time for the lengthy explanations later. First, I want to know how you're feeling, Tahar. Sorry to say it like this, but you look like shit.
Charming as always. But I'm fine. Just dizzy. What happened? I just remember Lycain. And my mother.
Your mother? You mean the Shaper?
Yes. It's hard to explain. She was in some kind of stasis when my father found her, and my father used her for his experiments. I don't know how to say this, but the Bloodburn, it was her doing. When my father died, she tried to call out to me by telepathy. That's what caused the plague.
All right, I think his head wound is worse than we thought.
It's the truth, Iria. And Lycain didn't only want me to stop the Bloodburn. He needed me to lead him to my mother, so he could use her as a source for the Archfire.
Well, that's a lot to take in, I guess. But why your mother? You're speaking metaphorically, right?
I'm not. She is my mother.
All right. Start over, from the beginning. What happened when you walked into that chamber? I'm sorry, but that sounds absurd. Utterly absurd.
Well, I doubt he's lying, King Regent. And actually, it makes sense. It explains a lot, for example, why he could activate the portals, enter Mulandir, and why he had this vision. Though I have to admit, it's not what I expected from our little trip to the Eye. Not at all.
Speaking of which, How did we get out of that dungeon?
Well, as you know, I was unconscious too, so I can only tell you what the soldiers told me. But after that explosion, it was as if the skies had started raining fire. Lekain's soldiers panicked and rushed into the dungeon to save him. It must have also alarmed our troops who were waiting at the borders. They marched in and used the confusion to get us out too. I mean, at the time, the Purity still thought we were allies and vice versa. In other words, we got lucky.
Apparently. But why in blazes are you here, Lord Marshal? And how long was I out for?
It's just anger now. I think we've moved past the titles. And to answer your question, you were out for 5 weeks.
5 weeks?
Yes. To be honest, if your vital signs hadn't remained steady, we would have assumed you were dead.
Which leads us to your mother. You mentioned something about Lekain banishing her into some kind of amulet?
Yes. He somehow absorbed her spirit to gain access to the Archfire. That's what my father always tried, and why he created me in the first place.
And I assume, by Archfire, you're talking about some extremely powerful source of magic.
The source of all magic, yes.
So the theories are true. Well, at least now we have an explanation.
An explanation of what?
Well, the Harbinger has gone rampant. Briefly put, the Purity of Light has taken over almost all of Leonida. The Eye, Greyfell, Greykeep, everything.
Greykeep? How is that possible?
They were already in the keep when Lekain gave the order, and we simply didn't expect it. It wasn't even a fight. It was a massacre. And yes, I know what you're about to say. That it's my fault, because I tolerated the Purity in the first place. And you're right. I've made mistakes, and hundreds, thousands of people had to pay the price.
What about the Queen? Is she...
She's alive. The Harbinger knows he can't kill her, because if he does and word gets out, then he might lose the common folk's support. According to our spies, the Queen's Guard and the Purity have struck some kind of bargain.
Wait, so the Purity controls the keep, and the Queen's Guard just plays along?
Yes, it sounds absurd, I know. But the Queen's Guard first responsibility lies with the safety of the Queen. Whatever is necessary to protect her, they do it. Though I doubt Lekain's long-term plan sees the Queen at his side, which is just another reason to hurry.
And he's wielding the power of the Archfire?
Some incredibly powerful form of magic, yes. And it adds up. He absorbed your mother's spirit, and it allows him to do the things he now does.
But why? Why start a war against all of Northander?
To prepare Io for the arrival of Aeonir. You remember that nonsense his priests always preach? How we're the reason that Aeonir left us?
Yes. That's why they want to clear the world of sin and mages. Of defilers.
Well, it seems that they've spiced up their idea a little since it was taking too long. It's not just mages they kill anymore, but everybody who doesn't convert to their religion. Soldiers, women, men. They all get to choose. Join the Purity and accept the light, or be killed on the spot.
Then we need to stop him.
We do.
Be that as it may, your recovery couldn't be more timely.
What about the charges? Do you still consider me a traitor?
Is that still important?
It is to me.
That's very honorable of you, Tahar. Given the recent events, your sentence has been lifted. You are pardoned. And if that is your wish, you can be reinstated as a corporal of the Northander army. That, and my apology, is all I can offer.
So you acknowledge that your verdict was a mistake?
I don't think this is something we should discuss now. We can talk about it later. Do you accept my offer?
That would mean a lot.
Good. However, we cannot make this official until Greykeep is reclaimed.
How did you even get here?
Later, Tar. I'll tell you all you want to know, but not now.
For what it's worth, the encounter with my mother also changed something in me. I feel... different.
Elaborate.
Well, when I awoke my mother, it did something to me. She called this the melding.
Less fancy words, please. What did it do?
Well, I think it allows me to control a part of the Archfire too. Just like the Harbinger does.
Finally, some good news.
Indeed. Anything that can help us battle Lycain will help. But whatever it is, I doubt it will allow us to stop Lycain with a thought alone. Or will it?
No. I'm still trying to figure out what exactly had changed.
I see.
Since you saved me from the dungeon, what about my mother's body? Is she...
She's here in the Nexus. We saved her, but she seems to be in some kind of a coma. For a while we thought it was the same as your condition, but now that you've told us the full story, it makes sense. Her body is still functioning, but Lycain has stolen her spirit.
One more reason to stop him.
I was hoping you'd say that. Maybe we'll even get our chance sooner than expected. Lycain is marching towards us as we speak.
Come again?
He knows where we are, and he's planning an attack on the city. He might arrive today or tomorrow, but soon, which is why we need to...
Lord Marshal.
Speaking of Nor.
The Purity. They are here, as you said. What are your orders, sir?
Put up defenses all around the perimeter and protect the Nexus at all cost. How many are they?
Hundreds, sir. And House Utran is supporting them too. Your sister is leading them.
Myra?
I'm afraid so.
Wait, you're saying that House Utran is working for the Purity of Light now? And they're led by Lady Myra Utran?
As I said, yes. It could be anything, though. Maybe Lycain forced her to comply.
Then make sure that she does not get harmed. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. There needs to be an explanation for this. Either way, we need to fend them off. Tahar, are you able to fight?
I think so. Yes.
Good. Then you're back in charge. Let's head out.
Poof. All of a sudden, I'm in my clothes. From now on, all abilities can be upgraded to a 3rd power level. Also, you may choose one skill tree to become your specialization, unlocking the following abilities. Elementalism, Armageddon. Oh, that sounds fun. For the duration of the effect, meteors rain from the sky, hitting areas around you. Enemies caught in the blaster dealt massive fire damage. If caster has Fire Might is removed. Okay. Or Ice Nova, possibly. Unholy Totem, Summon Devourer, and Taint. Create Wood, create Stone, create Food. Yeah, no, I'm not going with Leadership. I'm thinking Elementalism. Oh. Yes, please. Okay. So... I now need to rework my tree because this doesn't matter. So, I need a potion of wherever this stuff is. There we go. Potion of Fresh Start. Alright, now I need 5 intelligence, 5 will. Okay. I gotta remember that there's one... There's a +1 in here. So, 4, 5. Let's put that up to 6 then. Okay, so we want here. I technically want all 3 of these. What's the difference between level 2 and level 3? Costs the same. Let's see here. Larger area. Okay. And the 3rd level of Fire Spark is... The spell no longer has a cooldown. Oh. And Fireball? Let's see here. Large target area applies Weakened. And the duration of Weakened is doubled. Okay. So let's get all 3 of these. No, I don't actually need all 3 of them. Just the one to get me into Cryomancy and Pyromancy. The 3rd one is less focus, cooldown reduction. Their spell power is increased. Okay. 2, 3. I have 4 left. Every 30, every 20, every 10. Give you Ice and Fire Might every 10. I think, however, I would like Armageddon. I also want the 3rd level of Blizzard and the 3rd level of Fireball for now. No. Because I'm going to replace Fireball with Armageddon. So let's go with the 2nd level of Mastery of Elements. Okay, I still have 11 points. Let's pop you guys all the way up to 10. And then what do I want to do? Let's apply that. I can use everything, right? Everything that's currently on me I can use. So, Dex is weapons and abilities. So let's go with the 1 Constitution. Cool. Now I have to set his spells. I want Armageddon instead of Fireball. So for Action Group 1. For Action Group 2, we're going to go Mastery of the Elements, Ice, Elementalism. Blizzard goes here. So this gives me an aura. How long does the aura last? Are permanent and active as long as they are placed on one of your active ability slots. Okay. Well, then you're going to go over Armageddon. And here, we're going to go with Armageddon and Fireball. Alright, so I now still have Fire Spark and Blizzard, but I also have Mastery of Elements. Meaning I do more damage. Awesome.
Understood.
Okay, well, I think I'm going to end today's live stream here. Gather an army capable. Okay, leave the Nexus with Anger and Yara. So that's what we're going to do next time. We are going to go fight these guys. Until then, I hope you folks enjoyed this. And I will catch you folks either in a future episode over on my YouTube channel or in my next live stream, which for today would be tomorrow at noon Eastern Time. And stay frosty out there, everyone.